It finally came. I've been waiting months for my new package to arrive. I saw it before going out for my morning jog. I instantly knew what it was because of how large the package was. I dragged the package to the dining room and went to work. My job has always been repetitive, but that day felt especially drawn out. I felt like a kid on the day before Christmas. On my way back, my excitement couldn't be contained anymore. I probably exceeded the speed limit. As soon as I got home, I grabbed a box cutter and went to work on the tape that sealed the package. When I opened the box, it contained a hard plastic case. I opened the clips on the case one by one. I lifted the lid and there it was, a yellow robot dog named Spot. It was designed and built by Boston Dynamics. I was intrigued. I took it out of its case and inserted the battery. I got the remote controller and turned it on. It came to life slowly, almost like a cricket that was toppled over. It got up by flipping itself upright and raising its legs two at a time. It was like something out of a movie. It felt like I traveled to the future. I spent the next few hours experimenting. I was totally mesmerized. Spot had no problem getting up and down stairs. Spot navigated outside off-road terrain effortlessly. I kicked the robot around and pushed it over. I hit it with a baseball bat to see how it would react. The AI knew how to adjust to different height levels and how to compensate when it stumbled. It had sensors all around and used them to calculate its movement. Even though it adjusted and stabilized itself, I still had full control with the remote, or so I thought. In the middle of that night, I was woken by the sound of glass breaking downstairs. I grabbed a pistol from a drawer in my room and went downstairs as quietly as I could. My heart was pounding. The howling wind and the sound of my thumping heart was all I could hear. It was dark, but I knew the layout of my house. When I got downstairs, I looked around to see if there was anything out of the ordinary. The only light came from the appliances in the kitchen. I saw that one of my windows was broken. The part of the window that was broken was only the bottom half. I went to inspect it while staying aware of my surroundings. When I got there, I realized that the glass was broken outward. Something broke out from within my house. I was so confused. I walked around to see if I could find what caused the window to break. When I got to my living room, I saw that Spot wasn't where I left him. Did someone steal him? Did he malfunction? Did he somehow awake by himself? Where did he go? The thoughts raced through my mind. I looked around to see if I maybe left him in a different area, but still couldn't find him. I went to check the remote and see if I could maybe connect to his camera. When I turned it on, the screen displayed a no signal sign. Spot was missing. Stolen perhaps. I heard weird sounds upstairs and instantly ran up to see what made the sounds. When I got back to my room, there was nothing. I threw the remote control on the bed and sat down for a while. I picked the remote back up to put it back in the case downstairs. I opened the pantry to grab a snack. The fright made me peckish. I sat on a couch in my living room with the remote next to me. All of a sudden, light bounced from my controller against the roof. I picked up the controller and what I saw made me numb. It was live footage of me on my couch, being watched from outside. I looked out the window to see if I could see anything, but the footage stopped broadcasting and there was nothing outside. I unlocked my door and went outside. As I looked down at the controller, it felt as if I was hit by a brick. I dropped to the floor and covered my head. I felt warm, sticky liquid between my fingers as the bashing continued. I saw myself being hit as I watched the feed on the controller that lay beside me. I woke up in hospital a few days later. The nurse said I suffered from severe back and head trauma. I was in a coma for 6 days. The nurse said they found me in a field next to a robot and a baseball bat. When I was able to do normal stuff again, I contacted Boston Dynamics and warned them that their AI had become somewhat conscious. They said I was delusional due to brain injury, and that their product wasn't able to perform such an act. After a few days in ICU, I was sent home. I tried to review the footage on the controller, but it seemed to be wiped. The police are still investigating the assault, and they don't believe that I was assaulted by Spot. To this day, Boston Dynamics are still creating robots like Spot, with the ability to self-learn and adapt. They are still distributed around the world, and soon more people will be hurt or killed. Thanks a bunch for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. For more stories like this, check out this video.